Sean Diddy Combs just addressed the judge for the first time. As the judge just left, we're about to hear a sentencing verdict. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I'm going to try to splice in our live reaction of how it happened, so you're going to get that in a minute. Before we get there, Kim, before it all happens, I wanted to give a quick summary of some of these crazy moments that happened as we're waiting. We are literally, and shout out to Intercity Press, who's been amazing. We're literally on this 5-minute break, so I thought let's do a 5-minute recap before we get to our actual live reaction to the verdict. I'm going to predict this judge. The biggest sort of takeaway is the judge pretty immediately, as we try to find each specific piece, the judge pretty immediately set a tone, which was like, look, it's going to be 5 or 6 years. That's where he sort of, in his mind, agreed. And it started with him saying, I can take into account the previous charges that were acquitted of. He cited some case law, and other people are saying that's going to hurt on appeal. But this judge was saying, I can include those other things. And there was just a lot of other things that fell into place that just made it very clear pretty early on, Kim. Would you agree? It was bad. It was looking bad for Diddy. Yes. Even Emily was there in court and was saying everybody, all of Diddy's defense were hand in hand, head in hand, and just defeated. And at some point, Diddy was, as well as the reports were coming in. It was clearly not going in Diddy's favor as it progressed. But then, did you think Diddy had any wins throughout today?
I mean, Diddy definitely had people speaking on his behalf. Many of his attorneys spoke. I believe there were 5 of them. A reverend spoke on his behalf. There was also someone from a organization that helps people after they get out of jail, kind of like go back into society. But at this moment, it does appear that the judge is back on the bench and the sentence is going to be read out shortly. So
here we go. We are back.
Been a lot.
Judge, at the outset, I want you to understand, Mr. Combs, you are not being sentenced for acquitted conduct, but under 3553, I must consider many things. Mr. Combs, you are a self-made artist who has inspired community of color. We saw the video, the free game course in the MDC. The court hopes you continue to expand it. You are devoted to your family. The court, of course, considers the collateral consequences. The court has to also clearly consider all of your history here. So that sounded like a big wind-up to say, I'm going to goose you up a little bit because I'm about to drop the hammer, is how I'm reading that. So we are in the waiting of this as it's happening live. Kim, thoughts?
It all feels very surreal. I have the feeling the judge is probably going to, he gave months range, and I believe it was between like 5 to 7 years or so. I'm betting it's going to be about 6. The prosecution wanted 11 years. The defense was going for 14 months. And I mean, these are guidelines. They're not mandatory. Ultimately, it is up to the judge, whatever he chooses to do.
Here we go. We're back again. A history of good works can't wash away the record in this case. You abused these women. You used that abuse to get your way. Freak-offs, hotel nights. The evidence of the abuse is massive. I was sitting right here during the testimony. Yeah, and it didn't help as he was sitting there taking the testimony, as we're waiting for these to come in, literally Diddy's team and witnesses were calling him a civil rights leader.
Yeah.
He wants to repair, all the things, he wants to go out and help anybody. As you guys all remember this, right? The civil rights icon, Sean Diddy Combs at the historic National Baby Oil Freak-Off Festival of 1963. Yeah, I remember that one, right, Kim? Do you remember that? Iconic, historical moment. A true civil rights leader icon. Wouldn't you say, Kim?
Sure. What a claim. What a claim. It was definitely a moment.
he really is one of those icons. All right, anyway, we are waiting. It's happening literally live as we're here. That's why I wanted to react with you as it's getting close. But yeah, ooh. Oh boy, bro is cooked.
Who's cooked?
He is cooked. And I'm glad to hear this, honestly. There was a moment also where they paraded his kids in. It felt very forced. And then when Diddy spoke, he said, keep in mind my beautiful children that you just saw. It all felt very manipulative, orchestrated. I'm not buying it, man. And he apologized for a lot in his speech. He did. He had to apologize to Cassie directly, to Jane. Only those two he apologized to, because those are the two he's guilty of. But he did apologize to his mom, his family, and he attempted to take responsibility there a little bit. But the judge continues, this was subjugation. That is the reality of what happened. These offenses irreparably harmed 2 women. You piled them with substances. Why did it happen so long? You had the power and resources to keep it going. You were more than a John. Amen. Thank goodness this judge was paying attention, unlike the jury. What's so frustrating about this, Kim? The jury didn't see it this way, but it was so clear to us watching and paying along. He had so much power and resources to make them stay as long as he wanted them to be there. This wasn't like just a one-off. I'm drunk and I had a bad night with my girl, so give me a second chance, bro. This was for years. He would have relationships with women that literally their only job was to perform for him. And then they would, can we please just have a conversation? It's like, yeah, I'll give you a conversation. Then they'd show up for the conversation. Oh, but I brought Paul. And then they get mad at Paul, Kim, and then it was,
how can you make me look like that in front of Paul?
this man is disgusting. He is a savage. Gross. Are you surprised by this, Kim? You think he's about to drop a hammer?
I'm afraid he's going to say all this stuff and then he's going to give him like, but you can go. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared of that. I don't feel like that's what's happening, but I am scared of that happening.
A significant sentence is required to deter. Woo! You say you're sorry and you won't do it again. After Miss Ventura's civil lawsuit was filed, after the video was public, an investigation started, you had a brutal hotel night with Jane. Punched her in the head. Oh! Facts! Facts! All you free Diddy people are sick in the head. This dude is mental, and he absolutely needs to pay for his crimes. And that jury was gazing in. I don't know what the hell they were doing. They were falling asleep. They got paid off. I don't know, allegedly. I don't know what they missed, Kim. There were absolutely substance abuse charges in addition to the Mann Act, which he was guilty of. That's enough to call RICO. It's enough. This is absurd. So I'm glad the judge clearly, we've been sensing this, right, Kim? I mean, I've had this feeling the whole time. He was not going to let Diddy get off on this.
Just to say, the New York Times has the quote here of saying, "You were no John. You were more than that. Even if your currency was satisfying your adult desires instead of money."
Woo. Jane says he told her, take this pill, do out there and S this his D. Oh my God. The judge is reading this, Kim. F him. I don't care. The court is not convinced this would not happen again. The court has considered the programs. They are outweighed by the trial record in this case.
Oh my gosh.
Dude's toast. And the judge is right. The judge is spot on. And I'm glad. I just am worried because is he allowed to do this? Will this play on an appeal where it's like, dude, this is 2 acts of the Mann Act. Nobody's been put away for this much, but he's using the violence that Sean and his own lawyers admitted, Kim. The apology today, the letter today, that letter Diddy wrote last night was insane. Guys, we wrote it in the full show. You can watch the full show, see all the points that we're alluding to. You can watch it we'll link it at the end of this. Go watch the whole show. We'll put the chapters in so you can go and find those moments. It was unbelievable. This letter he wrote to Your Honor last night. If anything, Kim, I bet you this made the judge want to give him more time. Do you disagree?
I don't. I think there was a comment this morning when the hearing started that the tone of what was submitted by the defense was not appropriate. And there was Mia, one of the victims, who wanted to speak originally, but backed out because of bullying and other factors. That definitely seemed to be intimidation from what I'm gathering. I can't say that for sure, but I don't think that letter helped him at all.
Nor did this video that he put together that he showed right beforehand. Oh my God, guys, you can watch the whole video and our reactions to it over there. It's horrifying. A 12-minute sizzle reel of all this B-roll footage of him exploiting these poor children. Did these children agree to be in Diddy's Release Me from Prison early video? I bet you they didn't. There's a ton of stuff in here that's just so disturbing. Go ahead, sorry.
The New York Times is reporting that the judge said a substantial sentence is required to send a message to heirs. I don't know if we're still using trigger words or not.
Well, here it is. Victims. Exploitation and violence against women must be met with real accountability to promote respect for the law. The court reaches a few conclusions. 135 months would be more than necessary.
Okay.
What's that mean?
It means that what the prosecution wanted of 11 years is too much. He can't justify that, but he's
good. He's right. It would be too much. I got to be honest.
One has to be laid.
Based on what he was charged with, right, Kim? It's like, I agree. 11 years is a lot. So he's going to meet in the middle. I'm. What's your guess? I'm thinking 6 years.
6 or 7. 6 or 7.
It'll be interesting, and we'll keep you posted. So make sure if you haven't already, whether you're watching live, a lot of you are watching. We've got 4,000 people watching live, or you're watching the replay. Make sure you're still subscribed and hit that bell for alerts. We're so close to 1 million. Be a part of the family here. Leave some comments, all that stuff. It helps. And watch the full video because we were here for almost 7 hours now. It was nuts. While the Blake Lively hearing was happening, it was a lot of stuff. So please check it out. We're just clipping this portion so you guys can get the taste of the best stuff. But watch that full one if you want to get the full insight today, because it was there were some moments, Kim. But yeah, as I suspected, it's going pretty much where I thought it was gonna go. He's about to drop the hammer. We're waiting. Let me know if New York Times or anybody else calls it before Intercity Press does, but we are seconds away.
Yeah, he said 11 years is not reasonable.
We are refreshing.
More than 11 years is not reasonable, is the quote.
So I'm going to go 11. I won't go more than 11, Diddy, but let's give you 11. A sentence over 11 years is not reasonable. Even the probation department recommends a sentence less than half that. But 14 months time served would not be sufficient.
You're not going home today.
So half of that would be 6. So maybe, is he going to go under 6? He is not going home today. You were correct.
No.
Wow, this is tense.
This is so nerve-wracking. Oh my gosh.
Diddy hearing this. You're watching our live reactions. We are literally waiting to see what's going to happen
right
here.
now, waiting for it to come through.
I don't think it's going to be shocking, though. I think he's going to go 6 is what I thought. It's just interesting because a good behavior and things. If he goes much less, he might not actually serve that long, but he's going in for at least a few years, it seems.
Yeah.
He'll still be in jail for another few years. Which will give, some pause and potentially hopefully force him to actually prove he's a changed man. Hopefully to get that, if he can stay clean and actually the changed man for 3 years, Kim, I would be more open to letting him out and see what's going on. But I don't think he's had enough time. Here, the data shows a wide variety of sentences. Weighing all the relevant factors, the court determines that the sentence is 50 months of incarceration.
Okay.
So 4 years?
4 years.
For a little over 4 years is what the judge just verdict. That seems, I got to be honest, that seems low.
Yeah.
That seems lower than I thought he was going to get, but it's not tomorrow. He's not getting out tomorrow. 50 months.
50 months.
Which is less. I don't see how they can win the appeal in this one either. I think, yeah, 4 years. He served a year. He's got 3 years left. That means he's probably only going to serve about a year and a half, potentially. Ugh, is that enough, Kim?
I'm not sure what the specifics are of him being able to get out early. My understanding is it has to do with good behavior. It's like earning credits was what I was told. But we will see. I want to make sure there isn't anything else he'd like to say before. But he's definitely not coming home today.
No. Mama, he's not coming home.
Yes, the New York Times is confirming the judge has sentenced Sean Combs to 50 months of incarceration or just over 4 years.
4.1666666. Fitting for him. Yeah, I'm waiting to see any final thoughts from the judge, but Kim, I don't know. I don't think it's enough. I mean, probably is enough for what the Mann Act he actually was guilty of, because real sadly, the jury got it wrong, in my opinion. So for what he actually was charged with, this is probably, I think he'll have a tougher time appealing this. And he'll have to still be in jail for a little bit. So probably the best we could have gotten, given what the idiot jury did. But disappointing in a way, because I do think he should be serving longer. Mr. Agnifil, any recommendation where to serve the sentence? Can we get back to you by Monday now that we know that there is a sentence? Yes. Well, there it is. So now it is. He's not getting out today. He's not getting out tomorrow. He'll be in there for at least a year or two. We will keep you posted and ask our experts what this actually means as to time served, what that means. But he is going to be still stuck there for a while. Somewhere else, it seems. But this guy is now guilty and charged and in prison. And good, I'm glad to hear it. He needed to have some accountability. It's not as much as I would hope. But I think, Kim, this is also better for him and his kids, honestly. This video and all this, oh, yeah, F this, man. He's got to really get humble even further because this is not what we wanted to see. You are not, all the stuff you did doesn't wipe away the bad you did. And you know, Diddy, you did more bad than what you got caught for. So that alone, the fact that he's not, even more grateful of what he got away with, which is disgusting to say, but you know what I mean, Kim? He knows he did worse.
Yeah.
And it should be so much worse. And I don't think this is enough to deter it from other people. Yeah. It's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, those lawyers were expensive. He spent a lot, and let's not forget, Kim, as we wrap this up, he's got a lot of civil cases pending. Those are not going to be cheap. He's going to have to do some of them from jail now. This is not going to be a pretty life for him. And then by the time he gets out, more people will be less interested. He'll have even more gray hair. It's not good news for Diddy. Well, it could have been even more, and I think he deserved it. Lots of people who knew him, Diddy's old, what was this, one of his managers or people, was just out there saying, like, this Diddy is full of it. The apologies he sent, he doesn't buy any of it. This is what he does always. He is not a changed man. I agree with all this that's coming in, and these people speaking on his behalf. I don't think he's learned his lesson, which is what he claimed in the speech. If you want to see what he said and so much more, you can click on over to the full show, which I'm going to put on the end card here. There it is. The verdict is in 50 months. We're still here live. We're going to decompress and recap some of this, as well as some more updates as they come. So watch the full 7-hour Diddy stream. Go subscribe to It's Kim. Subscribe here as the news continues to break in. We're staying here live, but I wanted to clip this and get this up immediately now that the verdict is out there. 50 months for Diddy. It's not enough. It's definitely not enough. What do you think, chat? I want to hear your comments.